Yo, what the heck is up, guys? It's your boy G Whiz,
Your boy TooDopeBOOGIE.
and hey, today we're here to bring you these Week 14 NFL Sunday afternoon picks, as well as talk about like what the hell happened on Thursday night. But hey, thanks for joining us, man. We really appreciate all the eyes out there. Yo, if you got the time, you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you could subscribe, that'd be cool too. The noti bells, I don't give a shit about that. I just want to put content out for the people. You get to it when you get to it, man. I'm not trying to blow you up. I'm not trying to ruin your life. I'm just trying to have a great time. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Boogie, yo, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man.
good.
Wow. Thursday night football. Raiders were up 16-3 with 3 minutes left. And Baker Mayfield pulls a Tom Brady out of his ass, drives down the field twice, finds Van Jefferson to win the game
Mm-hmm.
17-16. Damn. I really did not see that coming.
Neither did I. Apparently, while he was leading that game-winning drive, um, Baker Mayfield was, instead of calling plays, he was just telling, like Ben Roethlisberger did when he started in the league. He was just telling his receivers what routes he wanted them to run by,
Hmm.
drawing on the football, like a backyard football. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's really
He's
nuts,
like, "Hey,
man.
you do a 4, you do a 7. All right, let's go for it."
Yeah, and it's
So
crazy, man, because from what I saw, I'm not sure how much you caught of this game. I didn't really catch a lot, right, because I wasn't interested in watching two losing teams battle it out on Thursday night after, 3 days of rest. But what I did notice was that, well, one, Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, great relationship. Obviously, both went to the University of New Mexico together. They were both Raiders, and in college, now they're both Raiders in the league. It was cool to see their chemistry. Worked out very, very well. Like the very first drive, I think he had some sort of like wild, wild catch, and that shit was just like, what? Oh my, OM Jesus, and people were just, jumping up out of their seats in my imagination, and flipping cars
hmm
and setting shit on fire. But then,
yeah,
I don't know, it just looked weak. The Rams even started their whatever that backup's name. I have no idea who it was. Whoever started for Stafford for like the first,
Wolford.
yeah, Wolfen maybe or Wolford, Wofford, Whoppers. Yeah, I don't know what his name is, but dude, he was super, just terrible.
Mm, good.
He was so bad that McVay said, "All right, Baker, get get in there." Like, and that tells you something. A guy that literally flew
hmm
in like 48 hours before,
Right.
like what a joke, man.
Apparently, was him and McVay flew in on the same flight from wherever they were coming from, and
But did they just like?
McVay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I I don't know. I don't know where they were coming from. That they both got the same connecting flight to L.A., but apparently they did. And McVay like gave Baker some time to like settle in and look at the playbook, and then he was like he basically just like blasted it into Baker's brain during the flight. Um, and I think it was going. I think it was flying. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, they yeah, all Baker has done for the last 72 hours is learn ball, and I guess it was just enough to get it done for him.
Yeah, heck yeah, yo, and shout outs to Baker, man. I mean, whatever. I liked your commercials at the dog pound, so they were cool. They were a good time. All right.
hmm
Um, Shit, dude. First up on the Sunday slate, are we really starting with this? Or do you want to save it for last?
Uh, let's save it for a little later on. Here, I'll just move it down the list. I'll move it to the end of the 1 o'clock hour.
Good. Because that's a lot of passion to get started with immediately.
Yeah. So you can tell we're a little slow this morning. This is a little earlier than we usually like to go for this, but
Yeah, no doubt. But,
I'm happy to do it.
absolutely, man. Bees like that sometimes. Bees in the trap, as Nicki Minaj would say, the great philosopher. So, Okay, I guess we'll start off with a sick battle of the AFC East. We've got the New York Jets flying high, flying fast, right over the top of the Buffalo Philadelphia, out there with the Bills Mafia. Buffalo's favored by -10. Is that for real?
Yeah, lines moved from 9 to 10.
God damn.
A lot of money coming down on the Buffalo side.
Well, I mean, of course, as it should. Buffalo is currently the holder of the number one seed. They feel as though they have they can control their own destiny moving forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, what's that weather looking like in Buffalo today, though? Is it gonna snow? Is it gonna rain? What are we
Looks like
looking
it's
at there?
mostly cloudy in the western part of
Mostly
New York,
cloudy. Huh.
with a temperature of 31 degrees.
Oh
So those
fuck.
footballs are going to be a little hard.
Yeah, no shit. It's gonna be a big running day, so obviously I trust Buffalo. Um, yeah, man, shit. Give me give me Singletary. Give me Buffalo. Um, by 10 though. It's too many points, man. In in my opinion, especially we're talking about a Jets team that seemingly has Buffalo's number, right? You let Zach Wilson come back and beat you last time, and you threw two confirmed, maybe three bad interceptions in that game, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What
I
what
mean,
what are your thoughts, feelings, concerns here, Bug? What are you seeing out of this one?
just on a general basis, for division rivals, usually they're going to split the record for the year. It's usually going to be a 1-1. Very rarely is it going to go 2-0 in one team's direction. So I
Mm-hmm.
think Buffalo will have it figured out this time around, but I mean, the New York Jets are still going to put up a respectable showing. If we're talking about running, I mean, at least the New York Jets have good concepts, even if they don't have good personnel. So they should be able to get something going. And of course, apparently
Sure.
Mike White is good for 350 yards every fucking week, which is ludicrous. But
I mean, we're talking. He's played two bad teams. We're finally gonna see what's going on
Mhm.
here. Let's put things in perspective. The only good team he beat was a 2021 Cincinnati Bengals team that made a Super Bowl run. It's the only good team he's ever beat. So fingers crossed. We'll see.
see what happens.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, next up we got the Battle of Tejas. We got the Walker Texas Ranger Bowl with the Houston Texans at the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
Dude, I might just make a bowl every week. This is fun for me. So thanks for being there, team. Um, yeah, man. God. Jesus
17 and a
Christ.
half, huh?
Sit. like,
Seems like a lot.
yo, if there's ever been like a spread in the history of sports where you're just like, maybe I should bet against that. This is it. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody that's like, oh yeah, because Dallas rolled a terrible Colts team. They're gonna score 33 in the fourth quarter again. I mean, it's very possible, man. Let me keep it real. Super, super possible. But is it gonna happen? I don't know, dude. You got fucking Dougie Mills back, big old Davis,
Mm-hmm.
Mavis Davis as they call him in my head, and he's
Uh-huh. That's they too.
he's he plays a lot better, right? Than God, who is their starter?
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen. God, thank you, Boogie. Yeah, dude, plays
Mm.
much better than him. And of course, Damian Pierce is going to run all over the place. Dallas is rolling right now, so let's not take anything away from them, but 17 and a half? Damn, Boogie. I mean, obviously,
Dallas loves to feed on teams like these, though. They love to put 40, 50 up on them.
yeah, that's true. They definitely, as we discussed in our last video, they definitely prey on weak teams. Does it mean they're good? No. And I want everybody out there to realize that. No, it does not mean that Dallas is fire. Okay. Are they playing well against really bad teams? Yes, they are burying them 6 feet deep, digging them up, stealing their necklace, and cremating them. Like this shit's crazy
Um,
out here, man. So, give me Dallas.
mhm. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Dallas to cover.
Really?
We'll see what
Okay. Well,
happens.
just give me Houston to cover for parity. I don't really know what's gonna happen here.
I'm thinking like a 35-14 game is in the cards. I mean, even Cleveland, as dysfunctional as they were last week, were able to pull out a 27-14 win. Not quite 17 and a half, but
Sure.
a team that has, I think, a little bit more chemistry, a little bit better, um, and is a little bit just better, period, uh, than Cleveland as it's currently constructed. I think will be able to put the to put the fuck on the Houston Texans. Sorry to resort to cursing there. I just couldn't think of anything funny to say.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, Tyler. But you know what else is bullshit? The fact that Detroit is favored -2.5 against a Minnesota team that's really rolling right now.
Yeah.
They're 10-2, if not 11-2. 10-2.
Mm-hmm. 10-2.
10-2. That's right. We got a buy in there. Sorry, math is tough. So they're 10-2, visiting a Detroit team that has been playing well as of late. But how much stock can you put in these guys, right? I mean, Dan Campbell's probably out there. All right, guys, we really gotta. Hey, man, we're really gonna come out here and hey, we're gonna play some football. Okay, we're gonna play some football. And I mean, Jared Goff's
Turn the
wife.
caps off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Goff's wife is super hot, so good for him. Um, he's got it all right
Invasive
now.
thoughts, huh?
No, well, no, man. I don't know why that came up in the NFL subreddit. It was just like this man's blessed. He's starting on a team. His wife's like a
No.
supermodel. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this for anybody for a the person who is most likely the analyst who is most likely to bring up um, Jared Goff's wife being hot. As far as studio analyst, I think it's definitely Michael Irvin. Do you have any opinion on who would be most likely to bring it up as a play by play or a color commentator?
Color commentator, Tony Romo.
I agree.
Yeah, he seems like
I
the type.
agree. Yeah.
Either that or who was it? It's not Dalton Schultz. He's still playing for the Cowboys. Who's the guy before him? The guy that has so many head injuries. It's like awkward to watch him on TV as
Oh,
a commentator sometimes. You know.
Jason Witten.
Yeah, there it is. Jason Witten would say some stupid shit like that as well. Good kids. Anywho, so at the Great Lakes Bowl, Detroit's favored by -2.5. I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, I'm taking Minnesota here. I feel like Vegas knows something we don't. They did the same shit with Vegas last week against the Chargers. What do they
Okay.
know that I don't know? I
I'll
don't know,
believe him.
man. Really?
Yeah.
All right, well,
I'll
I'm
believe
taking
him.
Minnesota, dude. I'm taking Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook over a banged up DeAndre Swift and Amon St. Brown, who's going to get like 400 yards and 6 touchdowns or whatever. But,
Mm.
we'll see,
Yeah,
man.
Amon-Ra St. Brown has a usual target share for an alpha wide receiver is like 20 to 25. Amon-Ra St. Brown has garnered 32.5% of the targets in the offense, which is
It's a
that's
lot.
that's like Devontae Adams numbers for sure.
Yeah,
Like
that's crazy. I mean,
wild.
good for him, though. You know what? If it works, man. It just
Mm-hmm.
makes me
It's
wonder if
working for him.
yeah, it just makes me wonder if Detroit's gonna, hold the ship, right? In regards to keeping Jared Goff at the helm, or if they're gonna try to,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know they have a pick. We talked about this in one of our shows. They do
Yeah.
have a pick early, potentially, because of the LA Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
This
but
Baker Mayfield fucks that up for him.
correct, yeah, that's what you had said. You said that they could play like fuck you ball and destroy their pick, right? And it's very
Yeah.
possible. It's kind of what it's looking like right now. But I think we should just move on to the Big Ten championship. Is what it feels like in the in the AFC South. Of course, you have the Tennessee Titans who are on top and obviously taking the division, hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. Jaguar. Anyway, it's not a car commercial. Yo, so Tennessee's favored -3. Boogie, what is the weather up there in Nashville, Tennessee looking like right now?
Nissan Stadium is at a crisp 46 degrees, partly cloudy.
Okay.
Looking like our favorite kind of weather. Good weather for football.
Yeah, dude. It's just football. It's great. It's great weather.
Yeah.
Great football weather. We should see a lot of Derrick Henry. I know Trevor Lawrence was banged up, but it looks like he's making a start this weekend. Tennessee is coming off of a fired GM, so this is fired GM game. I don't know what kind of stats are out there, but I feel like they have something to prove here, man. Otherwise,
Here, let me look in my notebook real quick. Oh, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
That'd be
Oh,
fucking
looks
wild.
like Pro Football Focus has stats that back in 2006. Yeah, whatever, Bo. Get that shit out of here. Yo, so I'm definitely taking Tennessee here. Yes, I love Jacksonville. Yes, it is a divisional matchup, which we're seeing a lot of this weekend. It feels like division weekend, actually. Actually, I think every single matchup is in the division besides Tampa Bay and San Francisco. Like,
Houston, Dallas.
besides the
But it's getting to that point in the season where they're trying to hammer division matchups because obviously those are the most crucial coming into the end of the season.
to the end of the season, absolutely. I'm looking for a big game out of Traylon Burks here, right? You got some rookie Jags corners. Jacksonville should be able to run the ball effectively against Tennessee. It seems like every team the past couple weeks has been able to do that. Mike Vrabel probably not happy about that shit at all. So look for ETN to have a great game. Look for Trevor Lawrence to scramble if that ankle's doing okay. But I mean, pardon me, on the opposite side of the ball, dude, look for Derrick Henry to smash the shit out of Jacksonville. Like, $130, $140. But only score like 10 points. So we'll see.
Remember like 5 years ago when the Jacksonville Jaguars put together the most feared defense in the NFL, and now
Yeah, they
now
have Miles
it's like
Jack
fucking
and Jalen Ramsey.
Calais Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so many studs and just nothing now.
AJ Bouye,
AJ Bouye,
Jalen Ramsey. They were their two dangerous corners on the outside. You're very correct.
man.
Calais Campbell. And then they had Miles Jack in the center, and they had that white dude that seemingly every random team has who's really good. Ours is Logan Wilson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Dallas is Clayton Van Der Esch. Oh, you got Matt Milano in Buffalo.
There's
you know.
another fool. Yeah, I think he was like a nose tackle or something, and he was like man. I'm picturing him because he's a dude with like a very prominent Malik Jackson. Is that his name?
Could be, I can't remember. That's one thing I'm not comfortable just randomly pulling out of my ass. But if you want to look that up, that's totally cool. One thing I want to look up is why Philly's only favored by 7 against the New York Giants. That's really, really weird. The Eagles are flying right now. They're playing at New York. I believe it's an open stadium, Boog. So, what's the temp reading up there?
Yeah, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey is at a nice 41 degrees. A good day for football.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Going to be a lot of running, of course. Something that Philadelphia does really, really well. Is Daniel Jones going to do anything? We'll see. It's definitely a divisional matchup, so I think 7's appropriate, but I think Philadelphia is going to roll them because the Giants are showing that they aren't an 8-4 team or whatever.
Yeah, they don't got it like that.
No, man.
It's wild to me is that Saquon Barkley has very similar numbers to Derrick Henry right now, which would make Barkley's season like the quietest good to great season by a running back in this year. Like, that is wild.
No, it's honest.
They're both
I
sitting
feel
at
like
about...
we don't talk about that at all. We don't talk about Saquon's games.
No, I mean, is he back to 2017 form, or is he just like, is this just volume? I don't know what's going on.
Feels like feels like volume, but I mean, every highlight I see, he's like crushing it for, 7 to 9 yards, or like making a splash play for like 15. I don't really see all like the
He's not busting out like a 72-yarder or something.
yeah, exactly. And I also don't see the nitty gritty, right? Like when you watch the game, those like 25 2 to 3 yard runs, or like whatever the case may be, right? Taking Philly across the board. I'm gonna see these Eagles fly, man. They're playing really, really well. Yeah. Jalen Hurts is on an MVP tear. AJ Brown played really, really well, and of course and that's against Tennessee's corners, who I feel are disciplined. But now you're talking about a New York Giants team who their corners are injured, and their secondary is a little soft. So I look forward to Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown having pretty big games here, even if they don't, even if the Giants choose to stop the run. I feel like the wings on these Eagles are gonna take off, brother. What do you?
And the fact that Jalen Hurts has managed to show at least once, if not multiple times over this season, that if need be, he can just, he can spread it out. He can spray to, whoever's on the field and get big yardage with his arm. I mean, there's nothing stopping this guy from doing whatever he wants on the way to the first seed in the NFC. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, 100%. I know there were a lot of questions, right? Once Dallas Goedert got hurt, like, hey, man, how's this offense going to look? And it looked bad against the Commanders, right, that first game back, but they seemingly figured it out, and now they're rolling, bro. Another team that's rolling is Pittsburgh, who's going to be hosting the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh's favored -2 in this matchup. An interesting choice across the board. That's definitely a gentleman's pick'em, because like a home team. Big stretches. Anyway, a home team that's favored by -2 is just like, what?
Oh my god.
That really confuses me.
You wanna the over-under on this game is 36.5, so they're not figuring it to be a very exciting matchup. So if you're in the Baltimore or Pittsburgh area, I feel very sorry for you having to watch your teams this week.
Yeah, like 21-14 really is probably what they're predicting here. I'll tell you this, man.
The perfect game.
Yeah.
They're looking for 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah, man. Fucking the Pick Bros, man. They're probably gonna ball out here. Tomlin has got something going on here.
That's such an unfortunate nickname for a quarterback receiver duo, the Pick Brothers. Like,
you know what? You're right.
You'd hope you'd have like 2 cornerbacks who have similar last names, that they're the Pick Brothers. But fuck me.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it seems silly because it absolutely is, but good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're starting Tyler Huntley on Baltimore's side, and it's just he's a capable runner. I don't think he's particularly good with the ball through the air. I think the game-winning drive that they got against was at Denver was 16 plays for 64 yards, which is like rigorously inefficient.
Yeah, and embarrassing on Denver's behalf, but that's neither here nor there.
Honestly, even with Kenny Pickett still like really, really having to go through it to figure out how to play the NFL game, I think this line of 2 is just too low. I don't think the Ravens are going to be functional. The Steelers have a better defense. The Steelers have a at least more experienced together offense.
And it's a divisional game.
And their special teams is better. I mean, Presley Harvin has been showing out at the punter position, showing out for us fat guys. So, big ups to Presley. So I'm gonna take Pittsburgh all the way across the board, and feel very comfortable doing so.
Yeah, you can go ahead and throw me on that train as well. What's the temperature gonna be like in Acrisure Stadium today?
That's 37 degrees and cloudy.
Okay, sick. What?
Wow, you went. Pikachu.
That shit scared me. Really came out of nowhere there. Okay,
Oh
so
my
our
god.
our last afternoon 1 o'clock game, of course. Um, no means no at the jungle.
We cannot continue. It cannot be.
We can. You think we?
Actually, can we? We
Yeah.
can.
Why not, dude?
Yeah, he deserves it. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Fuck it, bro. Who cares?
Fucking
Yo,
asshole.
until we get that email in our inbox that says cease and desist.
Hmm.
Um, fuck it, bro. Fuck this dude, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this
We
guy.
have no journalistic integrity to protect. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck this guy. Like,
He should not be employed.
is he a great athlete? Sure. However, like
You have a great leader and a capable quarterback in
a
the
Jacoby
building who's been
Brissett,
leading your team. Yeah,
hmm
come on now.
and you choose to start, like a sexual predator. Not really. I mean, I don't know if
Well,
that's ever been used for adults. I don't know how that works, but he definitely wasn't fucking with kids. But like just happened to have like 20 plus 30, 40, 60 women, but whatever. Um, Cleveland
not
Browns.
even including the ones who weren't named in the suits.
Yes,
Keep
exactly.
that in mind.
Or the ones
The
that
ones who
did,
didn't come
or
forward.
or the ones that said yes, right? Which is even crazy. Like that shit's wild, bro. Like as a grown man, let me just say this, and we'll get off it, just like he did. As an adult, okay, if I were to tell you, me, Garth Whitaker, like, yeah, man, over the past year, I've probably seen 40 different massage therapists, 50 different massage therapists over the course of a year. Like, wouldn't that be like, it's not like I'm going to an Elements massage, right? Where I get like a different guy every time. And also the fact that none of them were male is a very interesting component here because, like, sometimes you need that deep tissue, you know? And, some males are really good at that. I've had a massage like that. It's like it's refreshing. Not the day of. That shit hurts, but it's refreshing. Like moving forward, right? So like, if that doesn't sound weird to you,
I mean, the fact that the team was culpable in that situation as
th-
well. I
they
mean,
they
they
knew.
allowed it to
They
continue.
knew because they were paying for it.
Uh huh.
How was the team accountant not like, yo, Deshaun, like I'm paying invoices to 40 different women? What are we doing here?
I don't know the particulars of the case, but it really sounds like the Houston Texans were procuring these women for Deshaun to allow him to do what he was
Ooh.
doing.
Well,
So,
Texas. Gotta love those brothels. Anywho, Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored -5. The line moved. A lot of people are putting money on Cleveland for some reason. Deshaun Watson looked like shit last week. The only reason they won was because of a punt return by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Um, I think we have a better.
as somebody who is a partner of Amari Cooper in fantasy,
Mhm.
it is so troubling that across all quarterbacks that the Cleveland Browns have used, that Donovan Peoples-Jones seems to be the favorite target down there in that offense. It is so fucking annoying.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
just
I
just
mean
a little,
that's
just a little annoying.
honest. You have a number one receiver and certified stud in Amari Cooper, yet Donovan Peoples Jones is getting a majority of the work. It's odd.
Mhm.
Maybe that speaks more to defenses. They're just focusing him, but that's not really how that works. Um, you still throw to your guy, even if he's
Yeah,
double triple covered. Like fuck that. Um, can Joe Burrow beat the Browns? Boogie. I mean,
I mean, this
can he?
is this is this is the time to do it. I mean, while they're weak from a transition away from a quarterback who's been a steady hand, while the defense is feeling pretty swaggy from taking care of business over the last few weeks, um, Joe Burrow just has to be Joe Burrow just has to be efficient. He doesn't have to be a superstar. We could probably eke out a I don't know a 27-20 victory over these Cleveland Browns, and Joe Burrow wouldn't have to put himself out there too much in order to make that happen. So yeah, I mean absolutely. I think they've got it in them. I think Joe's got it in them. This is the time that he breaks the streak finally.
You think so? Well, I'm taking Cincinnati both times just because, we're rolling right now. We are also playing for the number one seed in the AFC. Obviously, I got the Joyzy. Go Joe. Go Joe. Let's go Joe. So I'm really excited for him to do something here.
Let's go Joe.
Shit, man. Dude. I don't know, dude. Joe Burrow's, I mean, okay. Here's what needs to happen. I know, you got the marker down on Casey at Denver. Let me just finish this thought here.
Go for it.
Yo, Jonah Williams, if you're watching, Cordell Volson, if you're watching, block Myles Garrett. Fucking block Myles Garrett. That is the only thing that's ever stopped us from being victorious in all of these matchups, is Myles Garrett absolutely wrecking our fucking offensive line, destroying us. He had fucking Joe Burrow on a noose in his front yard for Halloween, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, there is something to be said about Myles Garrett's ability to psychologically pressure the Cincinnati offensive line, because on paper, it doesn't make sense. We faced Parsons, we faced Chris Jones. Right now, I understand we're talking about Bogarth. That's an interior lineman versus an edge rushers. You can't compare those two. Yes, I can, because I have no journalistic credibility. Furthermore, we also held T.J. Watt to a mediocre game, although he did get his big paws up there and force, a couple of batted balls. I don't know, man.
I mean, Wilcox should be permanently installed on the left side of the line today. Like
chip.
And he might be able to get one reception for like 7 yards off of that, off of maybe a fake or something. But otherwise, he should be chipping constantly. He should be helping out. It should be a constant double team on Myles Garrett. I don't care if it compromises our ability to change up like personnel groupings. Throwing out of 12 is, I think, probably still effective in the NFL because it's still somewhat unexpected. Just throw out of 12 today. Like, don't be scared of it. Just work with that. Take Samaje out of the backfield if you need to, and split him out wide, or put in another wide receiver instead of Samaje. But just get creative with it. But make sure always that Myles Garrett's getting blocked, because Myles Garrett is just under a sack a game, and if he can get multiple sacks this game, it's going to be very, very troubling for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I completely agree. Joe Mixon's coming back as well, so that'll be interesting to see if he can really run as hard as Samaje Perine. Listen, I think Samaje has earned a fair share of these touches because he's proven week after week.
It's only going to make us more multi-dimensional.
Yeah, exactly, dude. We can become the most dangerous two backs in the league, I think, right behind Chubb and Hunt. We'll see, man. Yeah. Let's get on to this Kansas City at Denver game. I got a lot of people at work that are going to this game because they're like, dude, I'm going to see Kansas fucking roll Denver. I was like,
these are realistic.
Yawn. All right, yeah. They're super realistic. Look, dude, Kansas City's absolutely going to fry here. Like, what are we even talking about? Denver fucking sucks. Give me Kansas City across the board here.
I love that we have one game a week where we're just like, we're not talking about this. This is a fucking drubbing.
Yeah, I'm not talking about this. Next game, we got Tampa Bay at San Francisco. San Francisco favored -3.5. This is an interesting one for me. I'm definitely going to take San Francisco. What's Levi Stadium looking like today?
53 degrees in Santa Clara, California. It's going to be rainy. So maybe a little bit more on the running backs, which Leonard Fournette is apparently looking ancient these days.
Yeah, that's highly unfortunate, man. Damn,
Yeah.
he was so good in Jacksonville.
And the fact that he earned the number 7 at LSU just shows how legendary of a college running back he was as well.
And he was an absolute monster. It was like a grown man, like playing with a bunch of college kids. That shit was wild to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna take San Francisco here.
I think I will as well.
I just think San Francisco's defense is really, really owning right now. But Tom Brady's doing Tom Brady things, man. So it could be interesting. I don't see it being interesting. I think the narrative is, a lot more in play here than the actuality of what's going to happen. And while it's fun to think that a guy who's 45 is going to come out here and just fry, like, no. That San Francisco's D line is, dude. As soon as they sack Tom Brady twice in the same quarter, he's gonna start doing that like pitter patter, like forward throwing thing that he does, and it's just gonna go downhill. I mean,
something that's not advanced statistics or anything like that, but something I just find interesting looking at the ESPN page is that Tom Brady has thrown for slightly less yards than Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow's, in order to get to that point, Joe Burrow has made 80 to 100 less attempts than Tom Brady has. Like, Tom Brady has thrown the ball 524 times already this season, which, as a 45-year-old man, you're going to start getting dead arm.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, bro. He's 3-1 since the divorce, so my shoulders are up here, man. I don't know. We'll see.
I think the 49ers will not let, I don't think they'll let the Buccaneers kind of hang around like that. I think, well, it is Shanahan, isn't it? He kind of let the Patriots hang around there for quite a while in a certain big game I remember from several years ago. But I hope he's learned his lesson by now. He's not going to let the Buccaneers hang around to be able to do a last minute, 10 points to flip the game on its head. But we'll see.
Yeah, man, I really hope not, but it should be a good one regardless. Another one that should be awkwardly good is going to be Carolina at Seattle. Seattle minus 3.5. Another very just like, I don't know why they didn't just go 3 here with each of these. These guys are jerks for that. Give me Seattle across the board. I really like what Geno Smith is doing right now. He's playing with passion, man, and the only thing that would affect this would be Carolina coming out and having that once every 4 weeks magic, like, whoa, where'd these guys come from game, But what's the weather going to be like up there in Seattle this afternoon?
I mean, it's 46 degrees and rainy in Seattle, as you might expect from Seattle. So,
yeah,
it's going to be everybody's going to be reliant on the running game. Obviously, the Carolina Panthers gave away Christian McCaffrey a few weeks ago for some popcorn and a printer. And Kenneth Walker Jr. is maybe not making as strong of a case for Rookie of the Year as he did on his torrid tear to start the season, but he's still a highly effective runner, and they should be able to get it done between him and Geno.
Yeah, dude's still balling, man. I'm excited to see what happens at that game. Oh, sorry, bro. I got a case of the yawnies.
Somebody needs some more choffee. Is it Garth? He needs more choffee. Look at him. That's a big stretch. Wow. Look at that. Next he's going to sploot.
Yeah, I should. Just give me a nice hardwood floor in the dining room, and I'll sploot it out. He said, all right. Big Sunday night matchup, man. This one should be exciting. We got the Miami Mike Daniels versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Miami's favored -3, and I don't think that's enough. Miami is going to fry tonight.
Okay.
I just think that, Justin Herbert, man, love the dude. What a stud. Give me Miami across the board here, Boog.
Okay, I like that.
I just think that,
a little. Go ahead.
Tua Tagovailoa is gonna be playing out of his mind, man.
Mm.
How you gonna stop Tyreek Hill in prime time? I don't know. Miami seems to play very, very well in prime time, with the exception to that loss at the Cincinnati Bengals. However, that was, the Tua game. We all know what that is. No need to rehash it further. Um, yeah, Boogie, I mean, what are your thoughts, feelings, concerns here?
Let me make sure I'm getting this information correct. I'm scrolling down.
Mm-hmm.
So this is straight from Warren Sharp, who's a very sharp football analyst and bettor. The Chargers defense allows a 20-yard play at the number one highest rate in the NFL, and the Dolphins offense gains 20-plus yard plays at the second highest rate in the NFL. So I mean,
Yikes.
Miami is well positioned to um, absolutely put the smackdown on the Los Angeles Chargers in
Mm-hmm.
their weakest point. We know Tua's got a great deep ball placement, and Mike McDaniel's loves to throw it downfield. So as long as they get in their shots, Miami's gonna roll.
Yeah,
Period.
I completely agree, man. Stings for the Chargers. I mean, they're playing for their playoff life, right? Which is already
Mhm.
a very, very slim probability. But yeah, Miami is just frying right now, dude. Like, that they also want to get into that number one seed spot, and they have the opportunity to with the Bills' loss.
Oh man,
Damn, dude. Sorry.
got the big yawns. We got to
Yeah,
get you
dude.
out of here, man.
Yeah.
Or you need to get some waffle crisp. I found waffle crisp at Jungle Gyms. I thought that shit was discontinued.
Did you
Man,
really?
yes sir.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Turn
So good.
turn up. Yeah, that shit's
Mhm.
good, man. Yeah.
I love the smell of artificial syrup. Yeah, for real, dog.
Yeah, dog. Got a house in the Hidden Hills, dog. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog, for real, dog. So we
All
got
right.
we got the Patriots at the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, we do for Monday night Feepit because I'm gonna go to bed and not even watch this game.
Hmm.
Like what are we even talking about here? New England. I mean, I guess they're playing for a wild card spot. They're probably gonna still have a stagnant offense. I
Hmm.
don't even know what I'm looking at here, right, Boogie? Because Arizona is garbage. New England is
Hmm.
like the best bad team in the league. And you can't count out Bill Belichick, but like this could be the week that DeAndre Hopkins goes off for 7 million yards.
Hmm.
Um, Cliff Kingsbury is playing for his job, obviously. I I don't know, dude. I'm just really confused about this shit, bro. I don't know. Like what? What's going on here? What the hell's going on here? I feel like Mark Wahlberg right now, dude. What? I don't know. Give me 1.5. Like what am I supposed to do here, right? We're just saying
Yeah,
that
the
it.
line is of no help.
Yeah, I know, dude. We're like, Arizona sucks. That's literally all this says. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
a.
I'm gonna take my team bias.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fine, bro. Give me New England for parity. I don't know,
it's such a
dude.
small line. It does not matter. And both of these teams are had reasonably high expectations going into the season, and they're just fucking stuck in the mud
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah,
one
I
reason or
agree.
another.
Yeah.
It's the best coach in the NFL going against the worst coach in the NFL. So if I were smart, I would take New England. But perhaps Kyler Murray's abilities and at least the consistency of their offense and it being designed by somebody who was not a defensive coordinator, like a season ago,
Mm-hmm.
will help lead the Cardinals to victory.
What's the over under on that game, bub?
It's a 43.5, which is not far off from the KC Denver over under.
43.5. Get out of
Yeah.
here, dude. I mean, listen. If you're smart, you take the under on that.
Mm.
No way. I don't see New England scoring 21. I sure as shit don't see Arizona scoring 35 or
Uh-uh.
28. So,
No, absolutely not.
nah,
I mean,
man.
they are strictly a 24 and under team right now. The way they're playing.
Yeah, dude. Like, holy shit.
They just they've had too many 10 games, this season to, be able to get themselves out of the mud now.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here, bro. What I do know is that my prop for this week is gonna be that.
Bringing the head in. There
Sharking
he
up.
is.
I'm sharking up to the camera. Um, Yo, give me a Joe Shiesty, Joe, to get his first dub. No, I like the lowercase j. To get the first dub against the um, the Cleveland No-Nos, the Brownie the Elf, which just feels God.
Why are you still holding on to a logo you made in 1948?
I hope I don't even have to say it. That's fucking weird. First, let's say first career dub, just to make it really official.
Oh, I love
Because he's not beat them in his entire career, so we need this.
that. Delicious.
Yeah, Booglebear, Bear, Boog Nasty, Boog Shiesty, Hollywood Boog, Boogie
You know
Nights.
what? For the fun of it, I'm gonna say that Dallas gets 5 takeaways again this week for the second in a row.
For the second week in a row. Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, man, I think you hit the nail on the head there, big dog. Yeah, I like how it's the dog pound. Their like costume mascot is a dog, but it's Brownie the elf now. Like, the fuck is
And then their
Cleveland
logo
doing?
was just a helmet because Paul Brown is the most uncreative person on planet Earth.
Yeah, he did the same thing with the Bengals helmet. He said, "Hey, give me that same orange helmet. Throw some black stripes on there." And that was
Even in the beginning, he said, "Give me that orange helmet and let me ride on the side." Angle.
Bengals. Yeah, man. Yo, team
Dumb.
bias. Let's get the dub today.
Do it.
Yo, comment down below what your favorite dinosaur is. It's a question we don't ask as adults anymore.
Also, comment down below how which week you think Cliff Kingsbury will be fired this season, for my sake.
17.
But
It'll
the
be
dinosaur thing is
Yeah.
right before the final game.
I would, dude. That would just be very symbolic. Like, fuck this. You know?
You don't get to finish out the season. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know why Tennessee fired their GM in the middle of a season. That's just weird. I've not ever seen that happen.
There's only been like 5, or no, this would be Joe Robinson would be the 5th GM to be fired while a team had a winning record during the season. And one of those was John Gruden, which shows you like how bad things have to get, how toxic the workplace culture has to get before a firing like this takes place.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Speaking of a team that needs to fire their GM, Broncos. I think the Broncos need to fire their GM. Yo, Denver sucks, bro. I'm just gonna end it there. Denver fucking sucks. I am sorry for the state of Colorado and the city of Denver and people in Colorado Springs that love this Denver team, man. Y'all have celebrated success so recently that it's tough, and we may be saying the same thing. We'll talk about it on our next show, Boogie, but I want you to think about, for Wednesday's show, how we're going to keep Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Something I've been
We'll,
thinking about this week, and it scares the shit out of me. So go ahead and think about that, my guy. And yo, homies. From one TooDopeBro to another. Y'all enjoy the rest of this beautiful man. Yo, Houday, let's go. Sunday,
Houday.
let's get it,
Let's
baby.
go.
Yo, peace.